Alright, so I'm heading over to MC2 Music Media to show you guys some behind the scenes stuff about making an indie record. So stay tuned. The way that album stuff works is you write and you write, and then you pick the songs that are going to go on the album based on the concept and how everybody votes and what you like, what seems to sing to you at the moment, and then you get about structuring it out and doing a scratch track, which is my job. I'll put together something that resembles the song, and then that goes to our producers, who then change it completely and give it a genre and a speed and everything, and magic, love, and a beat. We now have to agree on some kind of final mix and order, and then we send them over to get printed. Right, Andy? Yeah. Then we do a show. Hi, Andy. So here we are hanging out at MC2 with Matt and Jessica and Dee over there. Hello. This is the behind the scenes look at recording an indie album at MC2. Because we could do it anywhere, right guys? Doesn't matter where it is. We could do it on the roof, the hallway, the basement, in a fancy studio. As long as you have a screen the size of a refrigerator, we're good to go. So when we write songs, we usually write scores. Scores are sheet music where we write down the lyrics and then the chords. Sometimes we go a little bit further and write chord progressions or actual music notes. For the most part, we make it pretty easy and let everybody play their own instrument based on a chord structure, which is called a chart. And we have 8 songs coming up. It can be pretty challenging. To Venus and Mars, she'll find a way to break the toughest wars. Just call me now.
There's lots of fade outs on this record, so you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do live.
That's how it works. Yep. Rock star, baby. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus. Down, 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 down. Lay my black heart down to you. Winslet and Clover, over and over. John Jay. Jess, what's your favorite pizza?
Oh my god. Pepperoni cheese.
Darnell, what's your favorite DAW program interface?
He's always got to have the last kiss.
Yeah, look at that.
Jacqueline do some singing, but I tell you, next week there'll be another sesh probably.
I need you to let me safely pull out here.
Because it's been like the same loop through the whole thing.
I'm just gonna try and so you have something to sing through that's not the same loop the entire song.
So we are tracking vocals again today. In the Sunset at MC2. So we have our vocal booth here and our Darnell there. And is that your new look?
Pulling stars from the sky and all that shit.
Pulling stars from the sky. Go. So what are we doing, D? Hey, what are we doing, Matt?
Listening to the tape.
Hi, Jess. How's it going? Good. Are you gonna sing some backing vocals for us?
You better believe it.
Yay! So we just recorded some vocals, so now Matt's picking and choosing what words and bits and pieces. The song's called Graffiti.
Star shooting, bullets fly. Brothers lost and the mothers cry. Rewriting
Melody on walls and hallways. The sides of trains that travel distances that I can't reach.
What are the most important pieces of tools and instruments that you require to do the job you're doing right now? That big ass screen.
Yeah, a good screen is nice. So I can have the mixer and all this together, which is kind of nice.
Oh,
Normally you can only do one or the other, but you got both now.
that's good. So big ass screen.
And good headphones. That's really useful. Yeah.
Yeah, because you need good headphones to mix.
Speakers too. You can do a lot with headphones, but speakers are great too for the final mix.
I don't feel your fever. I just see your nightmares in my mind. Every night, and I don't dread the battle. I feel nothing but the light I take me.
That sounds pretty good. Who's that singing? Oh, the grow up. Well, you know, pot is totally legal here in Canada. Look at the size of those buds, man. Those are for little plants. Those are really big buds. Whoa, look at your crossbow.
Well, it's just a compound bow, a normal bow.
I feel like we're in some really cool video game right now where there's pot and compound bows. So I get to either pick this weapon or this weapon to go and shoot. And are these the enemies?
Yeah, like a video game or something. Like, am I supposed to pick this up?
So I think this album should be called Wild Ones. Where the wild ones play. So I've got Tamara working on some cover artwork.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
So she's because she's such a good artist on right now on Facebook, right? So she's working on designing something. She was gonna do sort of an interesting, almost cartoon, but old style. So we're gonna make something like this on the fly. I want to do a lyric book with this album, so like have almost like a comic book, so that so each of the 8 songs will have its own like story in the comic book or part of the comic book. Maybe I can make it all into one story. So it's super exciting going over to Darnell's and Matt's place right now, MC2 Music Media, our producers, to check on the mixes for our new album, because we have been writing it and recording it, and they've been mixing it for what feels like forever, but not really. It's been plugging along pretty quick, but it's a process. It takes hours of work. You know, people always say, what's the process of writing an album? And
man, it's hard work. Those guys put in a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. So it starts with writing.
Starts with a lot of work.
And honestly, we wrote, 18 songs before we came down to 8 on the album. So there's 10 songs sleeping out there somewhere. Right now, we're headed over to MC2 Music Media, and we're going to start listening to some mixes. So come on along. So Matthew, what are we doing?
Listen to some mixes.
And what's the purpose?
Online, boy.
just
Do you know, I
check
don't
and
think
see how
there's been
everything
any
sounds.
change.
See what you guys think.
Seriously? Can you look at
Oh,
it?
we love them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't.
And I love it because from that the demo, I can hear it. Although it's crazy how sometimes goes in the demo, which is kind of cool. So,
Oh, the demo's awesome.
yeah,
Turn away, here to stay, and I don't mind listening. I don't know the words to my own song. Push me higher, monster.
and that's literally him just holding his organ thing, but then I put like some effects on it and shit. So it's got.
Holding his organ thing. That's Marty holding his organ thing. Today we are rehearsing for our upcoming album release party, and this can be pretty challenging. We have moments where we can't even remember that we wrote those songs, to moments where that's not what we wrote, to moments where we're like, yeah, that's awesome, it came together. So it's not something that necessarily is always intuitive or that just flows. It does take some hard work and it does take rehearsal. So we want to take you through that process. Have a look.
Sure.
Welcome to rehearsal, everybody. We're gonna play a little song for you.
Oh, Wildlands.
Ready, Rye?